All right.
Good evening, Michiana. This is News Source 1 Michiana from Newsbeat Michiana. I'm your host, Rachael, and I have station manager Keith Hughes, and we have Michiana 101's Sylvia Stark with us today. We're gathered here this evening because we're hosting the MDA locally here in our town with a few performances, and we'll be posting the other videos online from past MDA performances like the 50s, the 60s, the 70s. You're going to get it all from us over the next 2 days. I just wanted to tell you, I remember when I was younger growing up at my grandparents' house, we watched the MDA every year. I mean, really, if you think about it, I would say the 80s, because I was born in the 70s, that really was the only entertaining thing to watch during that time. I mean, TV was pretty boring back then, so we wanted to watch the performances, and then when my parents got their own house, we did the same thing. So that's what I remember about the MDA. I mean, it was funny, it made you cry, it was a lot of things. But we want to tell you that you can donate at MDA.org this year. They're still taking donations. A little bit of backstory about the MDA. It was first hosted over 72 years ago by the founder in 1950, Paul Cohen. He was a prominent New York businessman that had MD, which is muscular dystrophy, and with a few other prominent people that were associated with muscular dystrophy, whether they had it or know somebody that had it, they started the MDA. And then in the 1950s, that's when they first brought on Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin, which were two very famous comedians. And they also had Alan Alda, who is from MASH, and they had Dick Van Dyke from the Dick Van Dyke Show. And they also had a lot of other performances throughout the decades. But next, that's it for me. You're going to hear from Michiana 101's Sylvia Stark.
Hello! I'm also News Source 1 Michiana director, Sylvia.
I didn't know that. I'm
Yeah, the
sorry.
girl program director.
It's okay! But I was born in the late 80s, 89 to be exact, and so I grew up watching the MDA Telethon with my mom. So I enjoyed listening to Jerry's Kids as well as some of the 1990 dancers, and so some of those I watched were Raymond Simone, and then we had recently Brandy, who was Kickoff as well. But it was nice. We would keep the station on all night, and so anytime I woke up, there would be Jerry Lewis's MDA Telethon. I always liked when they were live, either at the Concord Mall, I would go down there sometimes, and see what they're doing. I always liked seeing what other stations were doing at the same time. At the very ending of MDA Telethon, Jerry Lewis would come on singing his legendary songs, and that's how we knew he was wrapping up his station. And then they would break off and go over to locals and wrap theirs up with a big grand total, ending the night at approximately 4:30. So it was wonderful watching growing up with MDA for all the years. Introducing our next station manager, Keith Hughes.
Hi guys, good evening to you on this beautiful weekend of Labor Day 2022. And you know, my shirt, this is pre-recorded, but this is the Notre Dame Fighting Irish shirt of 2007. And I'm gonna walk up here. You can read it. It says "Together as One," and that's what all of us here, as part of the main staff for News Source 1 Michiana, are doing. We are together as one for Muscular Dystrophy Association, and our time to do the remembrance again this year. So we had it the last 4 years over at Michiana Music Radio, formerly known as Michiana Homegrown Talent Radio. I'm getting ready to move to the south. So I talked to our program director, Sylvia, and we've agreed we are moving everything over to here. We have a great following of 880 followers. What a good place to ask for your help, Michiana. People from northern Indiana and lower Michigan. And so we are doing bigger and better things this year. We have some performances that are going to be shown to you, not just from memories of the Jerry Lewis Telethon, but local performers as well. At 9:30 tonight, we are going to be enlightening and just with 3 songs by Marty Miles. The promotion, I showed that there on the page. So get ready for Marty Miles and his songs. Fabulous, well-known, talented performer. Then also, if you want to call her locally, but coming out of the East Coast, Lisa Marie Nicole. And she is a fabulous Christian musician, up and coming, getting more and more well known, and she is going to be performing here on New Source 1 Michiana live at about 1 to 1:30 tomorrow afternoon. And then I want to introduce you to a couple of good folks that are well known in Michiana circles for this next segment, and they've come to join us downtown for the pre-recording. Grab the phone here. We're doing everything on low budget, but we're having a lot of fun at it. And so we are joined here by Billy Ottman and also, Sid Ottman and Billy G. So how are you guys doing this morning as we were pre-recording for tonight?
Doing well.
We're doing well. Okay. So, Sid, share us, both of you can, your memories of the Muscular Dystrophy Association.
Let me go first? Well, I can remember all the good people that donated their time to entertain for Jerry Lewis during the MDA telethons. I can remember big stars and not so big stars. I can remember local people that came on at the local times when they came on television to raise money. And Billy and I want to start this off by giving Keith $20
All right.
towards
Thank you.
Muscular Dystrophy Association.
All
and
right.
also, we want to tell you that we're happy to do a 15-minute live session. Which
Excellent.
We recorded, Billy.
All right.
Well, my memories of it is staying up late with my kids. They thought that was really great to get to stay up, and they learned what giving was all about.
Mm-hmm.
And my fondest memory is my wife passed away in 1999, and she raised a lot of money.
Okay.
It wasn't by herself. She got her friends involved in it, going through neighborhoods and this and that. They had a good time doing it. I'd like to mention her friends too. Was Donna, Margie, Darlene, and Jackie.
All right.
And they raised a lot of money together. And I'll be performing later. And what I want to do is dedicate a song to the memory of my wife.
Sweet.
I still get the little notices saying we miss you, and I understand that because I miss her a lot. But it just helps me remember the kindness that she was, and the goodness. There's a lot of people out there that are willing to. And anyway, I'll be donating some more money in her memory, and I hope people do the same. If you got loved ones that passed, it's a good way to.
Yeah, I understand that.
Okay.
So Sid, talk to us about yourself. Where are you from, and how long have you been doing the tribute concerts?
Well, originally from South Bend, grew up there all my life. We moved to Granger about 20 plus years ago. We do tribute artist shows. As you can tell, Billy is Willie.
And doing very good. And really looking the part, I might add.
But that's Billy's natural look, so he can't help it. He's old. Anyway, just telling you folks that, that's what we do. We've been doing it for 20 plus years, the tribute shows. We started out doing fundraisers for cancer. We collected all kinds of music. We would ask bands to help support these cancer events, stuff like that. And eventually we got enough equipment ourselves to where we decided to just go ahead and whenever somebody needed help, we helped them. And so as far as the Muscular Dystrophy Association, this is the first time that we've really ever gotten involved with helping with them.
All right. And so tomorrow when you do the performance, obviously we have Willie over here, but what are you going to be doing?
Well, Tim Dudley and I, we have a Frank Sinatra show and Elvis show coming up in Adamsville, Michigan at the Barn Swallow Theater. So I thought I'd be doing some Frank Sinatra songs for about 15 minutes.
Okay, sweet. And we can all remember when old Frank broke the ice and made peace with
Jerry.
Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis. We're gonna be showing that, by the way, again this year. And so, what are some of the songs you're gonna perform?
Oh, like My Way.
Okay.
Chicago. Maybe. Summer Breeze.
All right.
Stuff like that. And Willie, of course, is going to be singing some of his classic songs.
Well, I'm going to do Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain.
And
one everybody likes me to do is On the Road Again.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of
Can't
a
go wrong there.
Kind of
Can't
a
go wrong
signature
there.
song. Yeah, and I'll come up with some more. I got quite a list to do.
All right. So how long does it take to prepare to go ahead and get dressed up and look the part?
Oh, with me, I just put on a suit and a tie and a nice cut hat, and just come out there and do whatever I can do. And with Willie, he looks like this all the time, so he don't have to do anything special.
And how long have you been doing yours?
I've been doing Willie maybe about 3 years now.
Okay.
Before that, I did Elvis, and it was much more makeup in that doing Elvis. For Willie, all I got to do is soak my face in water for a couple hours, and it's all wrinkly, and it works well.
Well, thank you so very much for helping. Do you have any questions for?
Well, how long, I would like to know how long have you been singing?
Me and Willie?
Both of you, yes.
Oh, gee.
Because Patty and I owned a karaoke business for years. We did all kinds of weddings, stuff like that. But as far as singing, it's probably been 25, 30 years, I imagine.
All right, and how long have you been?
Oh, shoot. I'm going to say about 18 years.
About 18 years.
Okay.
All right.
Have you always wanted to be a singer, or?
Well, I started out in a band, and well, they heard I played conga drums, and my son played keyboards, and they really wanted my son. And I was kind of tag along with them, and we went and kind of rehearsed, and they took us both into the band. And one night we did a gig, and we were packing up, putting stuff away, and I just started singing. And everybody quit packing. They were listening to me sing. What did I do? Did I pack something wrong or something? And they said, "You're going to be a singer." I said, No. But it turned out they were right.
Well, Keith, what I'd like to do is, pretty soon we're going to be getting in the car and taking off. Are we going to be on the road again, Bill?
Definitely.
Why don't you sing a little verse again?
Okay. Without music.
Yeah, without.
Hey, acapella's good. Acapella's good.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends. And I can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again. Going places that I've never been. Seeing things that I may never see again. And I can't wait to get on the road again. One more verse. On the road again. Like a band of gypsy we go down the highway. We're the best of friends. Insisting that the world keep turning our way. Oh, and our way is on the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again.
You about ready?
Love is making me. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yay!
We look forward to seeing them here on New Source One, Michiana, tomorrow night or tomorrow morning, I should say. We'll be sharing the video that they have prepared for us.
And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, New Source One Michiana, and all of our own private groups, Facebook profiles if you like. I'm Rachael Kleckner, Keith Hughes, Sylvia Stark over there. Tune in.
Yeah, so as we wrap up this time of remembrance, and like I said, we're doing everything very informal and cheap, but fun. We have to make a big special thanks to a gentleman that is going to be known as the maestro of our event. And his name is Jim Felix. And Jim is going to be live kicking things off. He has muscular dystrophy. He is well known in the area for MD. And there's so many people out there that have these neuromuscular diseases. And we've lost a lot of legends, and there's a lot of folks that are still fighting the good fight, and Jim Felix is one of those that is fighting the good fight, and he's going to be our maestro, if you will. So at 8:45, get ready, because Jim will be gracing your internet screens here on Facebook to launch things. As we wrap up our show this evening, pre-recorded, I want to take time to remember a few of the folks that were your main hosts and part of the MDA. And number one, a great, wonderful woman, head of the local MDA for years, Stephos. Stephanie said this was Christmas. We're keeping that entertainment and that energy going this Labor Day. Is what Stephanie was doing then. We're doing it now. So we just want to pause to remember that wonderful woman, Stephanie Santos, head of the MDA. And I'm hoping that the money that we raise over the next few years will go towards reopening a center in South Bend. Everybody has to go to Fort Wayne. And 90 minutes away to these gas prices, it sucks. So hopefully we can get one going. The other person is Dr. Tom Viddick. Dr. Viddick was the MDA doctor for Elkhart and South Bend. Okay, and he's no longer with us. And we just pray, like I said, for a center. So he's one of the legends of this event. Two other legends that we want to remember here and drop some names, and that is Bill Darwin and Stephen Boker, otherwise known as Uncle Bobby Rivers. Both of them were legends for Channel 28 when it was ABC and then Fox for being the host of the Jerry Lewis Muscular Dystrophy Association Telethon. And then our last host, keep him in prayer always, and that is the Dean of Local Sports, Dean Hubbard. He brought it to you. Channel 28 and Fox, ABC, WSJV were phenomenal in keeping this thing going. And then it got shifted over to WBND, ABC television for a couple years, and then it's been off except for Kevin Hart doing it 1 year back in 2020, and that was a one-time off deal. We also will remember the bait ride, look at our past stories for those memories, and just all of the folks that went to make a difference. And so that's my final comments, and I'll turn things over to Sylvia and wrap things up with Rachel. Sylvia, final comments from you.
Hello, it's Sylvia, director again. Thank you for tuning in on this MDA weekend, and thank you to all of our live performers. And we're in this with a short prayer. Lord, gather with everyone today as they travel to and from wherever they're going. Keep them safe today as they make good choices, and be with everyone around the world, wherever they're listening from. And let us remember to help make a difference in the world, everyone today. Amen.
Amen.
And Sylvia, Rachel, wrapping up. Anything else?
Just don't forget to follow us. We try to do the best to bring you some good entertainment with our news, with Sylvia's podcast and mine, and Keith has his own
Yep, news for your day.
news for your day. So stay tuned for the MDA.
All right, get ready. 8:45, we take off with Jim Felix, and then also we're going to be sharing the KSDK feed coming up. Take care, everybody. Happy Labor Day 2022.